Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today let's speak about a disease that doesn't show up on an X-ray but cripples the soul. It doesn't cause a fever but it burns the heart from within. The Prophet Muhammad warned us about it. He said, beware of envy, for envy consumes good deeds just as fire consumes wood. Let that sink in. May the peace, mercy and boundless blessings of Allah be upon you all. Today I want us to have a heartfelt conversation. A conversation about a condition that, if we are truly honest with ourselves, has touched every single one of our hearts at some point. It's a whisper we often dismiss, a fleeting shadow we ignore, but my dear friends, if left unchecked, it grows into a monster that resides within our own chests, feasting on our peace, devouring our joy, and eroding the very foundation of our faith. Today, let's speak about a disease. Not a disease of the body that a doctor can diagnose, not an illness that shows up on an X-ray or a blood test, but a spiritual sickness, a corrosion of the heart. It cripples the soul from the inside out. It doesn't cause a physical fever, but it burns the heart from within with a relentless, smoldering heat. It is silent, yet its symptoms scream in our actions, in our discontent, in our constant scrolling and comparing, in the bitterness that sometimes taints our tongues. The Prophet Muhammad, our guide and mercy, warned us about this with the utmost clarity and concern. He said, beware of envy, for envy consumes good deeds just as fire consumes wood. Let that sink in. Let the weight of that prophetic warning settle in your heart. Just picture a beautiful, solid piece of wood, carefully carved, full of potential. Now imagine a single spark landing on it. At first it's just a tiny ember, barely noticeable. But left unattended, fed by the air of our own negative thoughts, it begins to glow, then to flame, and soon that roaring fire consumes the entire piece, reducing it to ashes, leaving behind nothing but a cold, black residue. This, the Prophet Black tells us, is what envy does to our good deeds. That prayer you offered with a little extra concentration, the charity you gave with a secret, generous hand, the fast you kept beyond the compulsory, envy, this hidden fire in the heart, can consume the reward of these beautiful actions, leaving our spiritual account depleted, our hearts charred. Why? Because the foundation of our worship is sincerity, ikhlas, a heart turned purely towards Allah, free from malice and corruption. Envy is the very antithesis of that purity. It is a rebellion of the heart against the divine decree of Allah. Think about the sheer mercy in this warning. The Prophet didn't just say, avoid envy. He painted a vivid, terrifying picture of its consequence so that we would truly understand its danger. He wanted to shock us into introspection. He was, in essence, giving us a diagnostic tool for the ailments of our inner world. When you feel a lack of joy in worship, when your prayers feel heavy, when you read Quran, but the words don't seem to reach your core, it is time to examine your heart. Is there a piece of wood smoldering there? Is there the smoke of resentment against a brother or a sister clouding your connection to your Lord? This is not a minor sin, my dear friends. This is a major transaction happening within you, where you're trading the eternal treasures of your good deeds for the temporary, bitter pleasure of feeling wronged by Allah's distribution of His endless bounty. And this is the critical point. We must understand envy, or hasad in Arabic, is not merely wanting what someone else has. That is a natural human inclination, which can be channeled into healthy ambition. True destructive hasad is more sinister. It is the desire for that blessing to be removed from the other person, even if it does not come to you. It is the feeling that their joy is your sorrow, their success is your failure, their elevation is your diminishment. It is the toxic belief that the world's blessings are a limited pie, and if they have a large slice, it automatically means there is less for you. This is a fundamental lie from Shaitan himself. It is a direct attack on your understanding of Allah, the Almighty, the All-Powerful, the owner of infinite bounty. Do you think the one who created the heavens and the earth, who measures out sustenance for every creature in the sea and on the land, is limited in what He can give Do you think his treasury diminishes when he blesses one of his servants? Subhanallah! Glory be to him. His wisdom is perfect, his distribution is just, and his mercy encompasses all things. Our suffering begins the moment we forget this and start to believe in scarcity instead of divine abundance. So when we hear that profound statement, beware of envy, it is a command to embark on the greatest jihad, the jihad of the self, the struggle to purify the heart. It is a call to vigilance. It means before you look at someone's new car with a narrowed eye, before you feel a knot in your stomach at news of a cousin's promotion, before you dismiss a sister's beautiful family as mere good luck, you must stop. You must beware. You must recognize that ember before it becomes a blaze. This awareness, this conscious guarding of the heart is the first and most crucial step towards healing. It is the moment you take back control from the whispering shayateen and plant the flag of faith in the territory of your own soul, declaring that your heart is a sacred space reserved only for the love of Allah and what pleases Him. This is where our journey to free ourselves from that 90% of self-inflicted suffering truly begins.